Once again, President Trump takes heat for something the Barack Hussein Obama administration did way before Trump was even in office. And of course, it came from the fake news Carlos Slim-owned New York Times. The original article reported that the State Department had actually spent $52,701 for customized and mechanized curtains for the picture windows in the new official residence of the ambassador to the United Nations. The residence is in a new building on First Avenue in Manhattan. The same place where for decades, American ambassadors to the UN lived in the Waldorf Astoria hotel. The hotel was later purchased by a Chinese insurance company with a murky ownership structure. The Obama State Department decided in 2016 to find a new home for its top New York diplomat because of security concerns. The Obama administration then leased the apartment, which is just blocks from the delegation's offices. And along with the lease, they had an option to buy, according to Patrick Kennedy, the top management official at the State Department during the Obama administration. The full-floor penthouse is luxurious, with hardwood floors covering large open spaces stretching nearly 6,000 square feet. It was listed at $58,000 a month. Here is more via the NY Times. The ambassador's new residence is particularly grand since it is used for official entertaining. But her deputies is also very nice, having served as the location for Secretary of State Mike Pompeo's intimate steak dinner in May with Kim Jong-chul, North Korea's top nuclear weapons negotiator. During the dinner, Mr. Pompeo used its sweeping views to point out various features of New York City's skyline to the senior official from the world's most reclusive country. The new curtains themselves cost $29,900, while the motors and hardware needed to open and close them automatically cost $22,801, according to the contracts. Installation took place from March to August of last year, during Ms. Haley's tenure as ambassador. The new curtains are more expensive than the $31,000 dining room set purchased for the office of Ben Carson, the Secretary of the Department of Housing and Urban Development. That purchase became so controversial that President Trump considered firing Mr. Carson, though the spending rules covering agency chiefs are different from those for ambassadors. Rex W. Tillerson, the Trump administration's first Secretary of State, froze hiring, pushed out many of the department's most senior diplomats and proposed cutting the department's budget by 31%. In embassies around the world, projects were eliminated and jobs were left unfilled, and the delegation to last year's United Nations General Assembly meeting was slashed. How can you, on the one hand, tell diplomats that basic needs cannot be met and, on the other hand, spend more than $50,000 on a customized curtain system for the ambassador to the UN? Asked Brett Brune, a White House official in the Obama administration. But Mr. Kennedy, his colleague from the Obama administration, defended the purchase, saying that it would probably be used for years and that it was needed for both security and entertaining purposes. All she's got is a part-time maid, and the ability to open and close the curtains quickly is important, Mr. Kennedy said. Mr. Pompeo will soon receive government housing himself, after the Defense Department agreed to rent him a flag officer's home on a military base in the Washington area. The State Department said the unusual move would save on security costs. Mr. Pompeo is one of the few members of Mr. Trump's cabinet of modest means. While the State Department would not say where Mr. Pompeo's house would be located, a United States official and a former top State Department official said he would live at Fort Maya, a small Army post near Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia.